Holy smokes, everyone. Things are rapidly deteriorating. Right now, what we're witnessing is a European banking system is full on collapsing, just like what happened in the US. And people, they try to tell you, look, this was just a contained incident. This is not a financial crisis. Everything's fine. Don't worry. We've bailed out the banks. Well, no, people, we are in a full on financial crisis and the contagion has spread. I was not planning to do a video. I'm in an undisclosed location on holiday right now, but I need to get this information out to you now because we are in the middle of a financial crisis. Wake up, everybody. Things are collapsing right, left, front, and center behind us. So you need to wake up and pay attention right now. Share this with your family, share this with your friends, because I've been speaking with my family and friends, and many of them are still unaware of the banking collapse that is happening right now. So I've got my laptop right in front of me here, but I'm recording on my phone, but you need to know what's going on right now. So look at this first article I'm going over today. Credit Suisse shares tank over 30% after Saudi backer rules out further assistance. So this has been something I've been warning you guys about for ages. Credit Suisse, they're insolvent. They're going under. They've been desperately trying to get more deposits. They've been giving, very high interest rates on new deposits, but it's not enough. Their shares have crashed over 30%. One of their founders have told CNBC that maybe they will need some government assistance, and things aren't looking good. So they say here shares have hit a new all-time low for Credit Suisse. The Saudi National Bank says it won't provide any further assistance. And Hadley Gamble, during a panel session, said on Wednesday morning, Credit Suisse chairman Axel Lehman, that's right, you can't make this thing up, declined to comment on whether his firm would need any sort of government assistance in future. But it's not just Credit Suisse, everyone. Right now, this morning, in the European markets, 4 banks were halted for volatility. And we all know why, because the European banks, they're facing collapse, just like what happened in the US. This is happening around the world. The Australian banks, I think they're going to be in trouble too, because it's the same thing happened. These banks brought bonds around the world, doesn't matter what country in, have collapsed since interest rates have gone up in every single country. They have lost 30 to 40% of their value. People losing faith in the banking system. It's a rapidly deteriorating situation. I have to constantly refresh the news every hour because we're getting another story after another story that another bank's gone down. So this is just absolutely crazy. So I'm going to bring this up now on CNBC. So European stocks markets were sharply lower Wednesday with banking stocks in deep negative territory. So we can see here the banking stocks plunged 7.2%, followed by the energy sector. This is in Europe, was down 5.3%. So these are the other banks that are in big trouble, everyone. I'll just go ahead and bring up this article here. So also BNP Paribas was down 11.1%. Soviet Generals was down 12.9%. Commerzbank was down 10.1%, and Deutsche Bank was down 8.6%. So that's been another huge story, everyone. Deutsche Bank, we know how much toxic derivatives they have on their books. We know Commerzbanks, they've been in a bit of trouble. We've been seeing the signs for years now, but these banks are in very big trouble because we've been getting the latest CPI reports. Core inflation is still very high. And unlike 2008, when the central banks could pivot because inflation wasn't a problem, they cannot pivot now. And even if they do, well, this is just going to make the problem worse down the road. That means inflation is going to get out of control, and then instead of getting interest rates to 6% to stop it, they're going to go back to what they were in the 70s of 15 to 20%, everyone. So it says here, several bank stocks, including Credit Suisse, were temporarily halted from trade during the morning due to steep losses. Deutsche Bank, Soviet General, and UBS declined to comment. So these banking, these banking execs, they're not wanting to speak to the media because they know they're in big trouble. If everything was fine, they would come out and say, look, don't worry, everyone, we're just having a bit of pressure here on our stock. But no, these stocks are crashing before our eyes. And these aren't the kind of, normal falls. These are the falls you see when a company is going out of business. So that also comes despite a buoyant trade in Asia markets. Still's okay in the Asia markets trading today. Also Silicon Valley. Remember, I told you guys today, this morning, Australia time, it's now 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm recording this, but I need you guys to get this information that it's not over. Everybody saw that the market was green. There's a lot of new people in the financial space right now since these banking videos have come out. This is hitting a very big part of the population. A lot of Joe and Janes are now watching this video. They see green, they think, okay, we can take a breather, everything's fine. No, people, we see some of the biggest rallies right before the biggest crashes. Crashes don't happen overnight, and they don't happen in a straight line. We see massive volatility, and we're about to see volatility go up a notch. So meanwhile, UK Finance Minister Jeremy Hunt unveiled his spring budget, which includes extension of his cut to fuel duty and energy support measures. It comes as teachers, civil servants and rail workers and junior doctors strike over pay. So there's also more issues in the British economy. Okay. So everyone, this has now hit the US markets as well. I'm going to the Dow futures, the pre-market. Dow has fallen over 600 points in the pre-market. So I think what we're seeing with some of these bank stocks that recovered yesterday, I think we're going to see them give up some of those gains. So people, you need to wake up. We are in a full-on financial crisis. We all knew, or should I say, all of us here knew on my channel, I tried to warn you guys, the Federal Reserve was going to lift interest rates to 5%. When they hit 5%, something in the financial system was going to break. And we're seeing it now. And it's not just the banking sector, it's also the commercial real estate sector. It's also the subprime auto crisis. A lot of these subprime auto loans, there's huge delinquencies coming up there. There's going to be much more losses for the banks. Like I spoke about in my earlier video, $620 billion the banks are sitting on in unrealized losses. And the central banks may not be there to save everyone. They can't bail out everybody. There's about $16 trillion worth of deposits in the US banking system, including Europe. If the banks try to bail out everyone, we're going to see hyperinflation. So unfortunately, people, this is the end of the road. They've kicked the can down the road. The road has ended. Now they need to make a very, very tough decision when they turn around to try to go home. Well, do they take the road of higher inflation by inflate or die? They have to inflate away the debt. Or do they let these banks go under? And people, unlike they're telling you, they are not too big to fail. We will go on. The world will recover. We'll find a better banking system, a more stable banking system, a more fair banking system. And this will create opportunities for the poor and middle class to create businesses of their own instead of bailing out these huge billionaires. So people, you need to watch what's happening in Europe right now. There may even be some announcements today that Credit Suisse has gone under, or some other European bank. So please share this with family, share this with your friends. Things are getting serious right now. But what do you think, everyone? Let me know down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video, because this is crazy. I'll keep you updated every step of the way. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.